Well, guys, what's really happening in the United States is everything is being corporatized. And through your driver's license and your birth certificates and all these licenses, even a marriage license, they're telling you that you work for a corporation, especially your driver's license. The Department of Motor Vehicles. Notice the D, the M, and the V, right? So this is 44 in gematria and 22, okay? So this is a very satanic symbol, okay? I'm not going to get in depth to that. It also, if you kind of read it, it says demon, okay? But I'm not going to get into all of that stuff. What I want to warn people about is you do not want to have a driver's license. Now, people are going to go, that's crazy. Oh, yes. No, it's not. The Department of Motor Vehicle is a fraudulent corporation. They've been lying to you. Matter of fact, they're claiming that the reason why you have to have a driver's license is that you are a commercial operator. Okay? You're not a commercial operator. A truck driver, taxi cab driver, those are commercial. You're not commercial. There's no commercial on your license plate, right? So you're not driving. See, driving is driving Miss Daisy. That's one of the movies that they ridiculed you in. Traveling is what you're doing, okay? And they cannot say, hey, you have to have a license. They're trying to tell you you have to have a license for your pet. You got to have a license to take a crap. You got to have a license in China to have a baby. Look, if you get a license, this means that you are property. You understand this? You are a corporate property. We have no government. Erase it out of your mind that you think we have a government. 1933, Federal Emergency Reserve Act. Jesus died at 33, guys. Understand this. And there is no more government. You have a governing of the mental, a central banking system that hates God, Christians, real Jews. I'm telling you, they're demons. They're devils, all special interest, demonic entities that drink babies' bloods and transfer brains out of people. And, you know, they want a hive artificial intelligence mind. They want a weaker, dumber human species. Well, we're not supposed to go backwards in existence. We're supposed to go forward. These people want you to go backwards. They want to take you from heaven into hell. All right? That's why you say hello on your cell phone and there's a bite out of the apple. You need to wake up. A cell is a prison and hell is hell. Okay? When you answer a phone and say hell, you might, hello, O is a symbol of the female. Hell, the female is in hell, is what they're trying to tell you, which is the right brain. Wow. So go down. Here's another thing. You do not want to be an organ donor. Driver's license and body snatching is in the same field. There is no difference. They will snatch your body, take it to the coroner's office, and most of the time there's a connection between, if you have an evil entity processing human bodies, you will have a connection between the sheriff and the coroner. You might want to pay attention. One of them might even be married to the sheriff. You might want to watch that out. They're selling body parts, organ donating. So the DMV is into the Grim Reaper chopping off the heads of the wheat with the sickle. This is human harvesting. That's what the DMV is really doing. Okay, you might as well call it devil, DVM. Okay, so what is this? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? 17 and that's 27, 37, 38, 39. Right? All I'm trying to tell you is be aware of the DMV. It is not what you think it is. You do not have to have a driver's license. If everybody said tomorrow, I'll tell you what you do. Instead of paying money to the DMV, why don't you click below and help me with my Fundly account so we can teach the world that you don't need a paper that says you work for a central banking system, a government that is posing as a government, a central banking system that's saying, hey, I'm the government, like a ravenous wolf in sheep's clothing. They are not the government. They are not here to protect you. Actually, they want you dead tomorrow. I mean, desperately want you dead. All you got to do is pay attention to what Hollywood's saying. So, please, people, the Department of Motor Vehicles says if you get a license, first of all, your name is in capital letters. That is not you. That is a fictional character. Do you really want to go to heaven and say, hey, I lived my whole life as a fictional character, God? God's going to go, really? And he's going to, push that button and you're just going to fall straight to the burning fire. I mean, you can't live your life as a fictional character. How can you serve God when you're a fictional character and man is claiming that he owns you as his property? If you get a driver's license, you become property of a central banking system, Rome, the same people who killed Jesus Christ. You just said, okay, I agree to be your property. Can you imagine all the brain-dead zombies that go to church and they think, I love Jesus? Really? If you love Jesus, why do you have a driver's license that says you're property of Rome? Why does the church file a 5013C, that is the Trinity of Christ, by the way, and 51 in Gematria is 15 backwards. Rome in Gematria is 51. Wake up, people. In other words, they filed that they're property of Rome. All the churches file a form, 5013C, I am property Rome, so they can get a tax benefit from Satan himself. You need to wake up. Do you really want to be property of Rome, the same people who killed Jesus Christ? Really? So you're going to go to heaven and say, hey, all my life I lived as property. Matter of fact, I even influenced my child to be property of Rome. And we went down, and it was such a happy occasion, and we got her a driver's license. Yay! What? The Constitution of the United States, which these demons are trying to abolish, and that when you tell this to police most of the time, it goes in one ear and out the other, although they swear to it. We need to teach our police that constitutional law is the closer law to God's law. If you don't abide by that, if you do anything to violate that, you are breaking the law. And therefore, you should not be a police officer. You shouldn't. Okay? And these police officers that drive around and say, show me your driver's license, really? Some of them know what they're doing. Most of them don't. Okay? The ones that know, shame on you. You're supposed to protect the citizens, not enslave them. You work for us. You don't work for a central banking system. To prove that you work for us, you need to enforce God's law, not man's law. God's law. We cannot serve two masters. So when you're driving around, you might want to say, hey, this person needs some help, and you go help them. I mean, that's what you're there for. You're not going to try to look for an opportunity to where you can search their car and maybe throw some drugs in the back of the trunk and then say, take them to jail, and now you have some profit, for Rome, and you predator upon God's sheep. Okay? You don't want to do that. So, your name in capital letters is the same thing that they put on the court documents. Straw man, fictional character, fictional character. First thing the courts do is say, is this you? You say, no, I am the living person. I'm not this fictional character. You understand that? That's not you. If the police comes up and says, are you Mr. blah, blah, blah? No, that's not me. I am a son of God. I am that I am. Why do you need a name? Do you need a name? God knows you. Do you need somebody to say, oh, this is me, to identify you? Do you need ID? The eye of the devil? Do you need identification? Seriously, you need a name. Really. I assure you, you don't need a name. That is just another move towards the New World Order, to where you are property of like, just like Jacob said to Esau, sell me your birthright. Sell me your birthright. Esau, you don't want to sell Jacob your birthright. No man can own your birthright. And this is what they're trying to say with the birth certificates. Also, part of the straw man, part of the artificial character. So, please, if you want to, when you have a driver's license, also, this is how they force you to pay fines. This is how they force you to get insurance. This is how they force you to... Now, they cannot arrest every human being on earth that says, okay, I'm not getting a driver's license and I'm not paying for their insurance. They can't. This is where their job of the media is dividing us. White from black, religion from religion, race, country. Now they're calling truthers Russian spies. Really. I don't think I've ever even met a Russian, so I have no clue what they're talking about. I know about Operation Woodpecker, so maybe they're identifying us with voice-to-skull technology. I don't know. Or directed energy torture. That's probably what they're doing. They're saying, hey, we're torturing these people. So they're Russians because of Operation Woodpecker. You might want to read about that. So this is how they get you guys. And then they'll have what they call corporate code. They claim that that's the law. That's not the law. The law is the Constitution. The law is God's law, the common law. This is how they trick you with this driver's license, with this birth certificate, with all these property. You should not have one piece of paper of identification. If you have ID that says you're property of Rome, then you are an enemy of God. Period. Because if you're property of Rome, Rome killed Jesus Christ, then how could you not be an enemy of God? Wow. You need to wake up. And then these morons that think that, we have something wrong with us. Are you kidding me? Look, there is nothing popular about having a hive mentality. You don't want to be a bale of hay. That's what God used to call the bales. Okay, you think like a hive. Break free and take the red pill and enter into the world of reality. First thing you want to do is get rid of that driver's license. Period. That is a piece of paper that says you're an employee of all of these corporations. And that means that Walmart can say you can't have food. Seriously. Well, what do you mean I can't have food? I'm a citizen under the constitutional law. And if everybody doesn't have a driver's license, then they're going to try to dictate who can have food and who can have water. This is a true story. This is the next move. Food and water will be their next move. You have to have the mark of the beast, a chip, or some type of artificial currency in order to get food. So they're going to move you from the driver's license to the chip. I promise you. And you don't want any of them. If you take the chip, you are now their property. You are unclean according to God. Read the Bible. You're unclean. Thanks for listening, guys. Please support my channel. Thank you.